Learning harmony. I offer millions of humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Param Aradhya Dev, or most worshipful Master, Om Vishnupad Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and the same unlimited obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnupad Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja. I became very satisfied this morning when I visited the school and saw the students and teachers. I want this school to advance further, and I want more students to come. The students should learn Vaishnav etiquette. They should learn to be very polite and humble and to honor all Vaishnavas, and they should also learn our Siddhanta from the beginning. The teachers should also be very humble. If they are not humble and polite and do not honor their superiors, they will never be able to teach these principles to their students. I know personally that Vrajendra Nandan Prabhu and Nitya Manjari Dasi are very humble and polite, and I desire the other teachers to be like them. Some of the teachers may sometimes become upset because they are young, but it is important for them to understand that as teachers, they must practice in order to teach. Students learn from their teachers' behavior. I want the school to advance still further so that devotees will be inspired to send students from every part of the world. Now we will come to the subject of our class on Bhajan Rahasya. We are explaining Nishtha, the stage of steadiness in bhakti, and in this regard, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has quoted the third sloka of Shri Shikshastakam. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Shri Shikshastakam, Verse 3. One who considers himself lower than the straw in the street, who is more tolerant than a tree, who does not expect honor for himself, but who is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily chant the holy name of the Lord at all times. Try to remember this sloka. Even more importantly, try to follow it and practice it in your daily life. Mere remembrance will not suffice. You cannot become humble just by imitating humility. If your bhakti increases, humility will come naturally. To attain humility, it is essential to increase your sadhan bhajan, chanting Hare Krishna, serving your Gurudev and Vaishnavas, and properly respecting all Vaishnavas. It is especially essential to engage in the 5 most important limbs of bhakti, namely associating with the devotees, sadhu sangha, chanting Krishna's holy names or Nam Kirtan, hearing Śrīmad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Shravan, living in Mathura or Vrindavan, Mathura Vas, and serving the deity with faith, Shri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana. Without these, your humility will not be real. Mahaprabhu addressed Sri Swarup Damodar and Sri Ramananda Rai in Gambhira. O Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, please hear from me the process of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to awaken one's dormant love for Krishna. One who considers himself lower than the straw in the street, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect honor for himself, but who is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily chant the holy name of the Lord at all times. The symptom of one who chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra are as follows. He is actually very exalted, but he thinks himself lower than the straw in the street. His tolerance is like a tree, which does not protest when it is cut down and does not ask anyone for water when it's drying up. The tree gives its own wealth of fruits, flowers, and so on to anyone who asks. It gives shelter to others, even while tolerating scorching heat and torrents of rain itself. A Vaishnava is the most exalted of all, but he does not think that he is better than others. On the contrary, he gives all respect to others, knowing that Krishna resides in the hearts of all. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anti Leela 20:20-25. Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur has said that if you want to chant pure Nam, then be indifferent to all worldly desires and intoxications, the heart disease of lust, the attachment to wealth and reputation, and so on. Then natural humility will automatically manifest in your heart. In Sri Bhajan Rahasya, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur discusses the importance of Nirmala Daya, which means showing mercy without ever wanting anything in return. The trees are an example of this, offering their entire lives to others. They never ask anything in return from anyone. You can become like these trees only by chanting and remembering, and by serving Guru and Vaishnavas. To the extent you engage all your senses and moods in devotion to Krishna, to that proportion Nirmala Daya may awaken. Nirmala Daya is the mercy of helping others advance in Krishna consciousness. If you turn someone's mood from worldly desires to serving Krishna, this is the best mercy or daya and compassion. Giving donations of money or food, or giving your daughters for marriage are worldly things, and by doing so, you will simply be engaged in matter. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has also glorified Nirmala Daya. He has said that it is very hard to turn an ordinary person into a devotee. It takes so many hundreds of gallons of blood, or in other words, vast amounts of energy. Try to come to the platform on which you can practice Nirmala Daya. Become devotees yourselves and try to make others devotees. Try to give up all false ego. I am very learned. I am the most qualified devotee. I am very wealthy. I am very beautiful. I can attract others. Otherwise, you will not be able to chant the pure holy name. Offering all respect to others. Most importantly, give proper respect to devotees according to their advancement in bhakti. In order to help us do this, Srila Rupa Gosvāmī has described the symptoms of different classes of devotees. One who cannot give proper respect to Vaishnavas is considered to be arrogant. If you want bhakti, always remember Krishna's words. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshina. Bhagavad Gita 4:34. In order to know this truth, one must approach a spiritual master, offer obeisances to him, inquire from him submissively, and serve him. Those who are self-realized can give you knowledge because they directly see the transcendental reality. Gurudev will automatically give you knowledge if you perform these activities. From today onward, let us give proper respect to Vaishnavas according to their level of bhakti as neophytes, intermediate devotees, and advanced devotees, or Kanistha, Madhyam, or Uttam Adhikari. We consider those who chant Krishna Nam to be our family members, whether they are initiated or not. I know that you cannot realize who is exalted, or Uttam, and who is on another level. Still, try to give proper respect. One who does not do so is not even a Kanistha Adhikari. Krishna is love and love is Krishna. The aim and object of the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Rupa Goswāmī is simply to know this. Radha and Krishna have combined to become Sachinandan Gaurahari, or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is more merciful than either of them. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled throughout India from north to south, from east to west, preaching love and affection everywhere he went. This was also the mission of Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja and our entire Guru Parampara. We want to associate with everyone on the platform of love and affection, not by controlling others. You cannot bring others to Krishna's service by manipulating them or controlling them. You cannot even control your own mind, what to speak of controlling others. Mahaprabhu exhibited his love and affection in the jungles of Jharkhand by causing the wild animals to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra together in ecstatic love. By his influence, the behavior of those wild animals towards each other changed. They lived together peacefully and even drank from the same watering places. It was by his mercy that he quickly spread love and affection throughout this planet and the universe. The love that he preached is Srimati Radhika's special prem. If you want to make your life successful, happy, and peaceful, then try to give all of your love and affection to Krishna, and with Krishna in the center, give your love and affection to all living beings. Don't try to control others by your order or your thoughts. Try to give your whole being. Love has nothing to take but everything to give. If your aim is to preach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love and affection, then dedicate your whole life for others' welfare. They will reciprocate with that love and thus give their life to serve Krishna. However, if you try to control them, they will not offer their love and affection. Avoid criticizing others. Criticize your own mind and bad habits instead. The first point is that if we want to show love to others, it is essential not to cause them any pain or suffering, or to burden them for our personal happiness or maintenance. Our first concern is for the happiness and satisfaction of others. We want to be completely selfless in our dealings, and for this we have the example of the tree, which gives its bark, roots, fruits, leaves, wood, and shade. The tree offers everything to others with no expectation of remuneration. Why can't we human beings be so selfless? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this verse. A devotee thinks himself to be even lower and more worthless than insignificant grass that has been trampled beneath everyone's feet. He is more tolerant than a tree, he has no pride, and he offers respect to all others according to their respective positions. Thus, he is able to chant the holy name of Sri Hari continuously. Sri Sikshastakam, verse 3. I want my sannyasis and preachers to understand this verse and follow it completely, and to teach others by their personal example. I want them to behave selflessly, trying to give their hearts to others. I have come to give you my heart, not to take anything from you. This is the preaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gave his heart even to dogs, lions, and tigers. We need not ask anyone for money. If we preach the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu selflessly, God will automatically send money, like a shower of rain from the sky. We need not worry about that at all. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching and example. Please listen very carefully to my words so that they don't evaporate in the air. Don't forget what I'm saying. Listen carefully. Write down these instructions and then try to follow them. My desire is that you understand the object of the mission of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Rupa Gosvāmī, and our Guru Varga. Spread it broadly all around the world. Begin where Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj left off and continue to preach more and more. At the present moment, we see that many senior Vaishnavas and sannyasis are falling down, derailed from their devotional service and giving up their practice of chanting and remembering. I request that all our preachers set a high standard of behavior and preach the mission of their Gurudev. If you want to be successful in your life, the first necessity is to give up the desire to praise yourself. Don't think, I am very glorious and talented. I can preach everywhere. Instead, glorify your Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru everywhere. If you do this, you will be successful in your preaching and glory will come into your pocket. I have realized this, and you should also realize this fact. If you glorify your Guru Parampara, everyone will be pleased with your preaching and praise you. Go on with your preaching and take care not to seek that praise. Remember that you are a servant of your Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru. Don't be ambitious to create your own disciples. Rather, try to bring disciples to your Gurudev's lotus feet. We are discussing Uddhava Samvad, the instructions imparted by Sri Krishna to Uddhava, just prior to Krishna's departure from this world. Uddhava asked Krishna, "What is Bhagavad Dharma? What are the symptoms of pure devotees? How can we become pure devotees? How can we achieve Uttam Bhakti, pure devotional service?" In this connection, Krishna replied, "The qualities of my devotees are as follows. Kripalura krita drohas titikshu sarvadehinam satya saro navadyatma sama sarvopakaraka." Srimad Bhagavatam 11:11-29. O Uddhav, a saintly person is merciful and never injures others. Even if others are aggressive, he is tolerant and forgiving towards all living entities. His strength and meaning in life come from the truth itself. He is free from all envy and jealousy, and his mind is equal in material happiness and distress. Krishna said, "O my dear Uddhav, my devotee is very merciful. He cannot tolerate the suffering of the conditioned souls. That is why, like Narad, he travels throughout the world without invitation. No one invited Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, "Please come and preach here." He came automatically by his mercy. He was sent by his Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was the embodiment of mercy. Devotees like them are very, very compassionate. They go from door to door like Nityananda Prabhu. Even if they are insulted or beaten, they continue preaching, inviting everyone to somehow or other chant Hare Krishna. Jagayan Madai hit Nityananda Prabhu with an earthen pot and made his head bleed. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became extremely angry and wanted to kill them with his chakra, or disc weapon. But Nityananda Prabhu stopped him, pleading, "No, Lord, please do not do this. You kill the demons in other incarnations, but please don't do so in this incarnation." His devotees are also like this. They do not give up their avowed intent to preach, even if someone insults them. The Sage and the Scorpion. Once, two saints were standing on the bank of a river. When they saw that a scorpion was being carried away by the current, one of the saints picked up the scorpion on the palm of his hand to save him. But the scorpion stung him and again fell into the stream. Again, the saint lifted out the scorpion and again the scorpion stung him, but the saint picked him up yet again. His friends said, "Why are you doing this? Let go. Don't try to save him. Let him die." That saint replied, "If this scorpion is not giving up his nature to bite, why should I give up my nature to save him?" If someone does something against you, don't take revenge. Even if a great calamity befalls a devotee, he tolerates it. Tolerance is a very high-class quality. Krishna is truth, the absolute truth, and his devotees are like him. From the core of their heart, they never want to see mischief come to others. They always use their life, their wealth, their power, and their strength for others, to save others, to help others. Their intelligence never becomes contaminated, and they always follow their principle, thinking oneself to be even lower and more worthless than insignificant grass, which has been trampled beneath everyone's feet, being more tolerant than a tree, being prideless and offering respect to all others according to their respective positions. One should continuously chant the holy name of Sri Hari. If you want to be able to constantly chant the holy name of Krishna, kindly follow this instruction. The nature of devotees is very sweet. They don't disturb anyone. They never use harsh words when speaking to anyone. They behave and speak very sweetly. Srila Gurudev called on Sundar Gopal Das to recite and explain this verse. Archayami vaharaye pujamya shraddhaye hate natad bhakteshu chanyeshu sabhakta prakrita smrita. Śrīmad Bhagavatam 11:2-47. A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple, but does not behave properly towards other devotees or people in general, is called a prakrita bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. Sundar Gopal Das. Sri Havir is explaining to King Nemi the qualities of the Kanistha Bhakta. He has already discussed the qualities of the Uttam Bhakta and Madhyam Bhakta, and now is describing the qualities of the Kanistha Bhakta. The Kanistha Bhakta is one who serves the deity of the Supreme Lord with faith, but is unable to properly respect Vaishnavas and people in general. Such a person is a materialistic devotee. Srila Gurudev. Why has it been told that such a person is a bhakta or devotee? Why has he been called a Kanistha Bhakta? Sundar Gopal Das. Although he is only like the shadow of a bhakta, he worships Hari on the altar. Srila Gurudev. The verse states that he does not honor ordinary persons. Why should he honor them? Do you understand my question? Sundar Gopal Das. The Madhyam Adhikari Bhakta can differentiate between different levels of devotees and non-devotees, but the Kanistha does not know how to make that differentiation. Srila Gurudev, my question is this. To say that he has the flaw of not respecting bhaktas, or tad bhakteshu, is all right, but why should he honor ordinary people? Anyeshu. Sundar Gopal Das. Oh, you are asking why should he? Srila Gurudev. Uttamahana Vaishnavaha be nirabhiman jive sammandive jani Krishna adhishtan. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 20:26. Although a Vaishnava is the most exalted person, he is prideless and gives all respect to everyone, knowing everyone to be the resting place of Krishna. Krishna is everywhere, whether or not we are aware of it. Therefore, we honor even a blade of grass. Even if one knows all Siddhanta or established philosophical truths, it is essential to be very humble and to honor everyone. If you do not properly honor others and instead you are thinking, I know better than anyone, you may end up challenging even your Gurudev. You may end up challenging Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also Srila Rupa Gosvāmī. When you speak, you will take the credit for yourself, saying, these are my words, rather than giving credit to our acharyas. Srila Gurudev is very, very humble. He always says, oh, I have heard this from my Gurudev, and I am simply explaining his words. This humility is imperative, giving proper respect even to Kanistha adhikaris, as Srimati Radhika gave great honor even to the deer. Dhanyasma mura gatayopi harinyayeta Yananda nandanam patta vichitra vesham Akanya venuranitam saha Krishna sara Pujam dadhur virachitam pranayavalokai. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:21-11. Blessed are all these foolish deer, because they have approached Maharaj Nanda's son, who is gorgeously dressed and is playing on his flute. Indeed, both the doe and the bucks worship the Lord with looks of love and affection. Radhika used to say, I want to be a deer, because they can easily get the darshan of Krishna, whereas I cannot. Such is her humility. Always be more humble than a blade of grass. Persons with this quality will develop their Krishna consciousness. On the other hand, if one is overwhelmed with false ego, thinking, I know everything, why should I honor all these bogus persons? He will deviate. Try, therefore, to learn Vaishnava etiquette, follow properly, and honor all according to their development in bhakti. Honor even those who are Kanishta, and especially the Madhyam, Madhyam Uttam, and Uttam Adhikari. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta Dikshasti chet pranatibhischa bhajantamisham Shushrusaya bhajana bhigyamananyamanya Nindadishunya ridamipsita sangalabdhya. Nectar of Instruction, Text 5. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation or diksha and is engaged in worshipping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others.